This is official. I'm doing it now. Here we go. Check one. Check two.
Oh, yeah.
This is it. Welcome to the Cannabis Coffee Hour. Yes, I'm your host, Rob Cantrell. I got a great guest, a comedian. He's been on Colbert. He's been touring around the world. He kills it here in New York. He's a good friend. Give it up for Usama Siddiquee, everybody.
What's up? What's up? That was great. That was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Do people not? You said before the show you were like, you can, when this ends, this intro, you can make fun of me for the intro, but how can I make fun of genius? You know, that was incredible. I don't make fun of genius.
Oh, it sounds you're too good.
That's not funny to me.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Genius is not funny to me. It's not.
You're being too nice. You're being too nice. Well, I am a corny old white dude pumping up an old rolling machine and rocking out some Echoes effects.
The big blackout in the 80s.
Check. Yeah.
There was one white guy going into the AV stores.
Yeah, I was the one white dude during the blackout. There is a movie, a New York movie, which is called Beat Street, and it's the original dope breakdance movie. And there's a character Lee in it, and he could scratch, he could do the windmill.
Dude.
He dressed cool, he was smooth, non-violent, he was in breakdance, and I always wanted to be that dude. That was the level of coolness that I had.
I love how one of the things is non-violent. Like every dancer was also violent, but this guy was not a violent dancer.
Yeah, not a violent dancer at all. It was Beat Street. He didn't carry a gun. He didn't need to.
Yeah, exactly.
He did a dope-ass windmill.
I don't beat. I just beat. You know?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think I've seen Beat Street. I had a little phase when I was, getting into like the history of hip hop. Watching all the documentaries, all those like house parties in the Bronx,
yes.
Cool Herc and all those guys. And I was getting into it. I guess you kind of came up in the same time period, right?
Yeah, I was born in 1972.
Boom. So you were 8, 9 when hip hop was coming in, right?
Yeah, I was breakdancing, coming from DC,
right.
White kid in a public school, listening to go-go, listening to early hip hop. But then we moved down to this little southern town. But my first concert, what I always have. Yeah. My first concert was in Roanoke, Virginia.
Amazing.
And it was called the Fresh Festival. And it was the first hip-hop arena show ever. And the lineup was Grandmaster Flash, Houdini,
boom,
doing The Freaks Come Out at Night, Run DMC on their second album. Amazing. I'm 12, they're 19.
Crazy.
And then the headliners were the Fat Boys.
Incredible.
300-pound dudes just came on the stage and rapped about pizzas and hamburgers.
There was just 3 cranes bringing them down slowly. The Fat Boys.
That's
the day the Fat
and
Boys.
Now they're
the Fat Men.
the Fat Men, the large, fresh fellows.
Hell yeah, man.
But they were cool. But yeah, I do love beats. I do love hip hop. I do love music. I love rock. I love everything. I love all kinds of music.
I consider you a good friend. I haven't really hung out with you, Rob, but I've always loved what you talk about, your style. I've always assumed that you were like a hip hop head music guy, just from your hair alone. You know? Your hair just screams Rick Rubin's protege or something.
Yeah. It goes for the beats. It's frazzled by listening to a lot.
DJ Rob, he's the best. He's crazy. He doesn't talk in normal sentences, but he's crazy. He's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a big music guy myself. I grew up playing violin for like 10 years. I was a music theory minor. I wrote music for a little bit.
Oh, dope. I played the violin. I was, but that's what kind of made me against music because I was forced to do the violin. But it was Suzuki method, late 70s, early 80s, hardcore, holding, I knew how to properly hold it.
Of course.
Get that callus right in that.
That little collarbone vibe.
Oh,
yeah.
The violin's about pain, isn't it?
Dude, even the holding, just first position on the bow.
Yes.
You have to have Hawking's disease or whatever the fuck it was. You have to be Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking could have been an amazing physicist or a phenomenal violinist, by the way.
It comes with carpal tunnel. It was the origin. Holding the violin was the origin of carpal tunnel because you have to do it hard.
Yes.
And you have to. But it's soft and hard. But it is the hardest. I'm glad now that I learned it.
It's phenomenal.
Because I'm fucking with music now, and now I'm not as intimidated.
Sure.
Because violin's so hard. You wrote it. Sure. You were next level.
I mean, I was made for a thesis. I was, it was 4-part writing for a thesis. I cannot do that anymore by any means. But violin is beautiful, but it has limitations. You can't really go heavy on the chords because it's very it's the stringed instrument, so that you're not like strumming. So I've always thought that it was a little the G and the E can't really interact with each other because of the strings being far away and using the bows. So, I'm a guitar guy. If I had the choice again, I'd go guitar. 100%.
Yes.
100%.
Are you playing guitar? I'm playing guitar now, and I'm bad. I've been bad for like 20 years.
I knew from the hair.
Yeah.
You teach every Sunday.
Yeah, teach every Sunday. I'll give you the G chord. We'll do a little smoke on the water. I'll get you out the door.
Coming in because they got a crush on you.
Yes.
Rob, that was an amazing lesson.
Yes, thank you. I knitted you this guitar strap.
Absolutely, asshole. Anytime.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Yeah.
I'm not playing guitar. I'm playing tabla. I don't know if you know what that
wow.
is.
Tell me about that.
I played tabla growing up, Indian drums. I lost it. My best boy bought it for me this birthday, and I've been playing 30 minutes every day and getting back into it. And I think I'm better now than I was when I was playing it. Because a little bit of practice. But back then I would do like these large practice sessions before my class, and I didn't do shit. Now I'm doing 30 minutes every day. I'm starting to see genuine increase in skill, and I'm loving it, dude. Every day after spots, I go home, play a little tabla.
Yeah, rock some beats.
Some beats.
It's all about the beats.
It's the beginning of humankind was the beats, bro.
Yeah, it's all the heartbeat. It's all going back to home, the drum.
The beginning.
If
I'm at a concert, I'm watching drums. I'm watching the drum guy play. I don't go to a jazz concert unless I can see the drummer drum. I gotta see the drummer, man.
The drummer's gotta get something. No, the drummer rocks the party. The drummer is the energy.
He is the core. He is everything. He's the whole thing.
It comes from the drum.
The foundation. Can you build a house without the scaffolding?
Yes.
Huh?
No, you cannot.
You want a mud hut?
Yeah, you want to. It's not. Yeah.
Tell the drummer to go home. You want a mud hut?
You need a big bass.
A big thick with 2 C's bass.
Bass just lined up in the basement.
Oh, can I say this though? Maybe you can change my mind on this. I'm a big jazz guy. I love going to jazz shows, right?
Yeah.
After shows, I'll go to Smalls sometimes and just hang out there, write a little bit.
Totally.
But maybe I'm like a dumb, uncultured idiot. Love a drum solo, love a key solo, love a trumpet solo, love a sax solo. Mm-hmm. Why do I not like bass solos? Why are bass solos so annoying to me in my ear?
Oh.
I can appreciate it. No one's ever going like, woo, bass solo. I hate that, but I'm also of that ilk. Why can't I appreciate it?
I don't know, man.
Are you someone who loves a good bass solo?
I love the bass. I'm like that girl, all about the bass. I'm all about the bass. That's the boom. That's the lava. That's the under. That's what gets the party going. 3 famous bass lines, my favorite. Okay, first of all, Radiohead National, what is it? Radiohead National, it's called National Anthem.
What?
In the bass
I love a bass line. Dude. I love a bass line.
And then my other favorite, I know, you're saying solo, but I know you're being technical.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
A bass solo.
Wait, the other two, what was it?
What the Barney Miller.
Okay. Yes. Dude, that thing is really flex. I feel like basses don't get that much time ever to flex, bro.
I know, because with electric, I think to flex on a bass, you gotta have to stand up, bad boy.
You gotta have to stop it.
Gotta have the air slap. This is Matt Garrison. We're at Shapeshifter Lab. Matt Garrison, who's the nonprofit, he's like a famous jazz bassist, so we don't want to trash.
No trash.
Don't trash the bass.
I'm just saying, when I see the double bass playing on the jazz solos, I can't get into it too much.
I got you. You're high level. No, I totally get what you're saying.
Just throwing in some heat for the podcast.
Yeah. You want to get lost.
Get the comments, I want to get, But anyway, I'm saying my preferences. The drum really just gets me. For some reason, the bass doesn't hit me as much. But that's my heart talking.
Where are you at with the saxophone? I go in and out, but I'm kind of going through a sax phase.
Really, I'll take sax over trumpet any day.
Yeah.
I think trumpet is an uglier instrument unless Miles Davis is playing it. And he's the one who figured out how to make it smooth. But sometimes I hear the trumpet, I'm like, it's too rough. It's Sax is always smooth to me. Always.
Yes, always smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can finesse a sax, but man, how badass is to have a horn section?
Oh, dude, a good horn section?
A good horn with the stabs?
Okay,
Just a stab.
Listen, you hit him with the fucking, like with the, the 1-2, right?
Yeah, with the 1-2.
If you hit him with the trumpet and the trombone together, not a sounds more powerful. It sounds like a man coming.
Yeah.
It sounds like a man going into the cave. You're like, wife, I bet wife. That's how powerful it is. No other sound can come close to that level of power.
Power.
I love it.
It's power. No, the horn section in our modern society, we're not exposed to it.
Well.
But the first time I took mushrooms, I went to a Maceo Parker concert.
Sure.
And he was the horn section for James Brown. This
Right.
was some of the funkiest funk. Yeah. And it was like a packed dance floor. People were going off, and I walked in, and it was just all these horns hitting my face. And it was just energy and bright. It was so bright. It was so lively.
Yeah, those old school funk bands, you know, Harlem Man, when you get James Brown's people, they were better than a drum machine in terms of the replicatability, just the way they were making their sound.
Yeah.
They can make the same sound, same energy, same flavor, same vibe, same pitch in perpetuity.
Yes.
How do you train your muscles to be that powerful and that good and that consistent? That always blew my mind with funk. How fucking
Yeah, the funk. The funk is just. Funk is the machine. I mean, the James Brown, yeah, they were before drum machines, so it was the person.
the
The
person
funky
was the
drummer, there's one dude that half of hip hop is built on,
Right.
is the funky drummer.
Boom.
And it's just because he had some weird personality.
Who would have thought when you were making hip hop that the two biggest sample people would be James Brown and Steely Dan? No, not one connection. No. White dad rock and black funk soul. I mean, it's like what a interesting thing. It's like that between the lyrics, that break.
But you know what's the funkiest? The funkiest sample in hip hop.
What was that?
The Indian joint.
Timberland.
Timberland will kill it. Any of those J's, give me a hip hop beat in or a Middle Eastern influence, tabla type of beat, and it's done. It's over. It's the best.
You know, Timberland just went to India and just starts. He's just like, he's just hearing money.
Just money.
He's just hearing money everywhere.
Because it's tell me about the rhythm of the tabla.
Of course.
Yeah. And,
I mean,
and your culture and where the musical culture. Let's get
Sure.
Nobody's talking about this shit.
Come on, man. I grew up playing harmonium and singing.
Yes.
Not well. My mom was just my parents are very highly cultural. They love Bengali music. I grew up, they grew up Bangladesh, the Bengali.
Yes.
So that culture of music is deep. I mean, Hindu classical, Carnatic music,
Yes.
Hindustani classical music. These are hundreds of years old in traditions, right? So
I love Hinduism.
So Hinduism is the shit.
It's the shit. I get it. People who kick it. But old Rob gets Hinduism. I get the symbolism. I want to kick it with the elephant.
100%.
I love the blue lady. Let's kick it.
Love the arms.
Love the
Grab
arms.
all of them.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Some of the sickest graphic design of all time. Some of the illest beats that ever been.
Best album covers.
Best
Hinduism. What's up, I see?
All day.
So my parents put me in it. Every Sunday I was going to learn music. I wasn't that good at harmony, but I really got good at kind of tabla. I was better at it. I just kind of had a natural flavor to it. So I started listening to Zakir Hussain. I started listening to the greats. Then I started seeing some East-West mix.
Yeah.
Zakir Hussain, who's the most famous solo player right now, his dad, Ala Raka, played with Buddy Rich on an album.
Oh, shit.
That's like, oh no, nobody knows this. They're just like rocking it, him on the drums, and Ala Raka on the tabla. And I was like, where? All these East-West mixes that were kind of happening in the 60s, 70s really kind of happened and it stopped. And I'm like, how do we bring it back? How do we bring that fucking energy back? Of like East-West coming in and just, being not just outside the mainstream, but being like that mainstream.
Yes, music goes beyond cultures and politics.
Yeah.
Because musicians, it's like comics. Like
Right.
even if I don't know you and I've heard one joke,
Right.
I can pretty much sum if I like you or not.
Sure,
You know
sure,
what I'm saying?
sure.
And so I think it's with musicians, like a Buddy Rich, like when you get to that level, it is a touch and a feel.
Yeah.
With all art, I think with comedy, we can go deep with comedy, but comedy's boring. But I do think, like guitar players, what I've learned with musicians, it's feel.
Dude. I mean, Buddy Rich is one video where he looks like he's so dead.
Yeah.
He looks like he's being breakfast Tiffany'd up, but his arms.
He's doing 200 beats per minute.
Brother, he's doing double time on
Double time.
and his body is shitting itself. He literally is like, he can't even move, but his body, bro, he can't stop the beat. The beat is the beginning, the heartbeat of the womb, dude.
Yeah.
For real, you're the first thing you hear is the heartbeat of your own mother, bro, of her pulse, blood pulsating into your fucking, around your embryo, bro, just, that's the beginning.
That's the beginning.
Is rhythm, and as you die, same thing, that fucking slow pulsating exit. We are drum, we are the beat.
We are the ocean. We are, like, when I meditate and I listen to my heart, and it is the beat, but it is like, there's a whooshness to it. You know what I'm saying?
Merriam-Webster.
Yeah.
Whooshness.
There's a whooshness to it. When it gets quiet, it goes. And I can feel, that's that beat. It's that drum underneath the ocean that's just, there's something going on.
Brother, I can't stress it enough, man. And when you start playing it, you start tapping into that concept.
Yes.
And it's truly, because all Indian music, or like the Indian classical, it's related to religion. It's very like spiritual. There's so many practices around devotion with the music. What do you play in the morning when you're praying puja? What do you play in the daytime? What do you play at night? There's rags and scales that are made for different time periods. It's very intertwined with spirituality, man.
Yes, it is. With those, you ever get down with those Hertz videos or the Hertz sounds? It's like there's a certain level tone that re-vibrates your whole molecular essence.
Right, sure.
So I think it's like 730. Do you know those? It's like all the sound files that I know, like all the super sound dudes. It's like 740 hertz. Like there's a certain level that vibrates everything. So all music is tone. And it's like all connected to our molecular soul.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, if we react differently to different voices, like hey, that is 4 different things. Why wouldn't music have the same ability, bro?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. If it's a sound, we're permeates, right? We're fucking permeable beings. We're taking in everything, dude.
We're taking in everything, and we're nothing at the same time. Like
100%.
We're nothing at the same time. So that's the tricky part. Like. Of letting go, but enjoying it all, And I think with music, like just recently, I saw this band Soul Coffin. I haven't been to a lot, doing stand up. We just don't. Do you? But I know you're a music head at heart. Have you snuck? That was my question. Have you snuck out to any shows?
So now, you know what I'm doing now? I'm like, I was like, I was a big concert head in Dallas when I grew up. Trees, shout out, one of the best venues ever.
Oh wow!
And I was going to concerts all the time. When I started standing, immediately you lose all your other passions.
Everything, friends,
family, health,
sexuality, spirituality, everything gets stripped down to I need to get up and I need to get these motherfuckers laughing or I don't do it.
It's beautiful in a way that it kind of pairs your life down to something kind of singular. That's not a negative thing. The fact that if you make it beautiful, it can be beautiful. But you lose all the other passions. So this last couple of months, I'm like, you know what? I'm always in Greenwich Village doing my last shows, right? Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck
Blue
it.
Note, fuck it, Smalls, fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to Sid Sriram recently, who is a Indian singer, kind of fusion guy, jazz infused, Hindi, classical.
Little sitar in the mix.
Little sitar in the mix.
Like it.
Wow, winky, wow, winky, wow. But sitar it, you know what I'm saying?
Sitar.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
And he's an amazing singer, bro. And I just went to a fucking concert. I was listening to this guy.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
What's up? Hit it.
I just wanted to make sure. Maybe it was recording. I hope.
Oh shit.
I think it was. I don't know. I turned it down. I wasn't sure how loud I was.
Only a Rob Cantrell podcast halfway through recorded.
Yeah, it's just the sound checks. We can hear it. Matt's got it.
I'm rolling.
Are we good?
I'm rolling.
Yeah, we're rolling.
All areas.
Yeah. But where were we on that? Before I always wig out about the sound because we're having such a good podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got you. What were we talking about? We're talking about Tatar. Oh yeah, so I went to see Sid Sriram. He's an amazing singer, musician, knows Carnatic, South Indian, knows the Indian classical, knows jazz. Because a lot of the same concepts there, right?
Yes.
The what's the note between the notes? The blue note, right?
Yes.
Carnatic deals with that very deeply, and so the idea of like with the note within the he's a master. So I was sitting down. I was like, "Fuck yeah, man! I did a comedy. I didn't sacrifice any of my passion, my dream, and then I added to it. I just added to the cup, dude. It felt so good.
Yes, that's going to see a show after doing stand-up
Come
comedy.
on, man.
It's the best. When I was in San Francisco, like the punchline was connected to the Fillmore, so you could get into the Fillmore free if you were working at thing. And I remember one night I got to see this band, Supergrass.
Yes.
At the Fillmore for free, and I was just eating fries, and I did a bunch of sets, and then I ended up at the concert, and I was watching.
A part of the story at all.
Oh, I love the fries. I love being safe at a concert. What am I thinking?
Then I ate some fries.
Then I had some fries. There was some onion rings. If it's onion rings,
Fries
it's another level.
It's an event for you.
Oh, yeah. A fried potato is the best. It elevates everything, my man. It elevates it all. I remember, I think I had a little sandwich. I remember I was just in the balcony, and it was just like luxurious in some sense, but low key. I love low key luxury.
Of course.
Like a VIP hookup, and you're just like hiding out. Eating a sandwich.
Yes, and fries.
And fries.
Again, low key luxury is French fries apparently.
Yes.
It's French.
Yes. It's French. It's
French
fancy.
fries.
Yeah. Flan.
Yeah, bro, 100%. The understated, the doing without doing. In comedy too, bro. Like when someone is without being or trying to be, that's what I love. You just are. You're not being like, I'm this guy. This is my voice. You just are the voice. And same thing with architecture, interior decorating, fucking music. Just do the thing as opposed to look at me do the thing, right?
Yes.
So I've been trying to do more music, man. I've been trying to fucking get in there. What are you watching? What are you getting into?
Yeah, I use the guitar to get away from the computer because it's tactile.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that, and then I've also I just joined the Y, and they have a speed bag.
Yeah.
And I've been hitting.
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah.
And getting the rhythm. The speed bag is so much fun. I'm not a violent person.
Yeah.
I don't dig fights, but I like rhythm and I like the timing. And as I gotten older, it helps reflexes with your eye and
Sure,
stuff.
dude.
So I've been doing that. So I've been really getting into like health lately, like trying to work out. Instead of pull-ups, I'm doing just hanging on the bar, stretching out my spine.
Oh, okay. But you can do pull-ups too, right? It's not like
I
pull-ups
can, but it supposedly like throws your shoulder out.
Huh.
Like I'm going more for like, I don't want to be ripped. I just want to be right.
You want to be stringy.
Yes, yeah, stringy.
Just be like a sexy string.
Yeah, sexy. I do have a long torso. You got a long torso.
I'm a long guy. I'm a long
dude. You know what I'm talking about. Do you ever just hang on the bar?
Dude, I be bar hanging. I be stretching. I got these weird. My arms are randomly huge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, dude? I'll look down. There'll be like orangutans hugging me, thinking I'm their mom. I got orangutan vibes.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. I did Muay Thai now a little bit. So
nice.
That's again. I'm not a violent guy. I don't like fighting, but the rhythm of the bag, of the pads, bah, 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 So and just the feeling of releasing a lot of that energy that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like I just have a lot of energy, so I feel like doing boxing or something like that is one of the biggest like cardio blasts you could possibly do. So
I'm the same way. Yeah. I have a lot of energy. Anything to not smoke crack.
Even your hair is doing an act out.
My hair is just like getting so much out.
Anything to not do crack.
It wants to.
Rob is the most crackhead, not crackhead.
Yes.
I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. I have a place in my heart for all crackheads.
You know what I'm saying? Are you drinking coffee or is it coffee drinking Rob right now?
Yeah,
you know
coffee's drinking Rob.
Is Rob drinking Rob right now?
Yeah. But no. I do love weed, and I do love coffee, and I do love water, and I love stretching, and I love being outside.
Well, I feel like you're just again, I don't want to bring in the same pun, but I feel like you march to the beat of your own drum.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, if we could bring it up. This also has a crazy bass, my man.
Again, I want to say that I love bass. I don't want any like bass heads to be like.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
The bass community attacks me. I love bass.
Yes.
I'm just saying I don't love a double bass solo in jazz. Sometimes someone prove me wrong. Someone show me a sonorous double bass solo, and I'll fucking quiet the fuck up. Okay. Anyway, listen, I'm a Mingus fan. I like Mingus. I think I'll do some Mingus solos on the YouTube sometimes if I'm writing. So
Yeah.
But besides him, I haven't really found a sonorous double basser standard in a jazz quartet. I'm sorry. Okay. I felt bad about it.
No. I love your takes on everything because your stand-up. No, you're in the zone right now. And how long have you been doing stand-up comedy now?
13 years, man.
You crossed the 10 mark.
Fuck, man. I still feel like I'm still learning every day beyond. I feel like I'm dumber now in stand-up than I was when I first started because now I really truly know how much there is to learn.
There's so much to learn.
Right, it is the ultimate, it's the depth.
It's the depth.
And you've been doing it for a while longer than I have, I feel like.
Yeah, since 99.
Woo!
I've been to the top, I've been to the bottom, been to the sides, I've fallen off, I've been up, I've been down, and I still, no, and I'm the same way. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Dude,
I don't, and I read my voice,
Yeah.
everything, I'm like, but the older I get, it's like that with everything.
Absolutely.
Everything feels brand new,
Absolutely.
which is a good feel. It's where you kind of want to be.
I think if you actually start learning the more about life, the more you have to release the knowing about life, I think.
Yeah.
And you have to really consciously understand that. And it's a really small thing. It feels hard because we've been shoveled into ego world, right? Like the whole world is like, get this, acquire this.
Be like
for
this.
Right. It's always know this so you can know this, so you can get this. As opposed to with the feeling of not knowing is not valued in Western culture. It's not even a part of the lexicon. Not know? Well, then know. Know it.
Yeah, know it. Dominate it.
Go know. Then fuck it. Know it, then fuck it.
Yeah, know it. And fuck it. Then get it out of there.
Again. Then unknow it. Then
Yeah,
fuck it. And then
get
unknow it. But the idea of the grace of not knowing, that's the true knowledge, I think, at this point is like, as I get older, to have the joy in the not knowing and to try to walk into the path of knowing and knowing that at the end of it will be more not knowing and having legit joy in that. It's tough. It's a lot of undoing of codification, I think, of the Western mindset. And I'm still on the journey.
I'm still on the journey. The thing about spirituality, and I try not to, but during the pandemic, I started meditating. I'm up to doing like 20 minutes every morning. Hardcore, like nothing, just
White
raw
girls did that
dog.
when they baked their own bread. The same thing.
Yeah, the same
Same thing. We're all on the journey here.
We're all on the journey. But the more you talk about it, the less it is. So the more spiritual, the more I'm like, I know what everything, and good is good and bad is bad, and that guy, I'm going to judge him. The more you talk about it, it's the same thing with comedy. The more you talk about comedy, the less funny it is. And the more you talk about spirituality, the less
funny it is.
The funny it is.
Yeah, bro. I agree. I think, again, it's the thing of like, look at me, I'm doing this as opposed to just doing this, right?
Yes.
I'll find my POV tomorrow. Am I gay redneck or something,
Yes.
You're adding labels to yourself that are outward as opposed to just living inward and letting it go, just going. I don't know what this concept of get this by this time or else you're not doing the thing. All this is poisoning your brain. Just be, and that is. It's so simple, right? But it's so hard to get there.
I know.
God.
And capitalism and making money is a little tricky.
I know. I'm also very close.
Yeah.
And then also shit and have toilet paper. So that's part of it too, I guess.
It's part of it too. Like there is a blending. Like there is a sense of the older I get, it's like you just want to be.
Yes.
And when you're being, everything's cool. It's kind of like that heroin thing. Like I think that's what these heroin dudes get to, and that's where I am trying to get to. But without the heroin,
that's what they look like they're doing Tai Chi because they're actually, they're actually finding their center.
They're finding their center. They're letting everything flow by, letting us go to work, and they're feeling being.
Listen, who doesn't have a bills? It's the heroin addicts. Yeah, they're out of the fucking society sector. I really think about this a lot. I think it's like. We're in a world of ego. I mean, our job is literally the personification of ego. Me, dialed up for validation, right? What is more egotistical than that concept? But it is possible to have an egoless journey, I think, with this.
Yes.
Stand-up is not just you on stage trying to get validation. Stand-up is also connection with people you never met, which is one of the most beautiful things on earth.
It is.
So I really think stand-up has the most evil and most pure parts of life in just baked into the fucking, concept of it.
Yes. And giving out and making people laugh, there's nothing cooler.
Dude,
I mean, rock and music is great, but killing in front of an audience and making people like that. I mean,
for music to have the same feel, every 10 seconds, someone would have to go like, oh, oh, like some sort of involuntary primal. Imagine you were not. That's why it's hard to be a comedian. Because imagine you were not considered a good musician unless every 7 seconds someone was going, That is not a requirement for any art.
It's an emotional reaction. I know. That's why it's the highest. I mean, stand-up is the lowest because we're just we want to curse and spit and be funny and fart. But it's also the highest that, we're trying the hardest thing. Yeah, eating fries. Lots of French fries.
That's so funny. You say it so sincerely. It's so not a joke to you. The fries thing is so real.
I know. It's the simple things, my man. Good seltzer, good coffee, ginger. I'm chopping ginger. That cold ginger.
Ooh, I want you to.
Are you doing
this, but also have one dark thing. Listen, life's about good ginger, good seltzer, fucking your ex, when, a marriage day, and also fries.
Fries, yeah. I like insect porn.
Fries.
Fries. There's nothing wrong.
Who's with me?
Who's with me?
Bro. I really, as I do this business, right, I see more and more stuff. Right?
Yes.
I see people that have gotten huge. Lost themselves. I see people who haven't gotten huge, lost themselves. I feel people. I feel people. I saw who left the business and have beautiful lives. So there's so much to it that wasn't there when I started. When it started, it was very much like do it and get good and become amazing, become the best. And that concept is still there, become the best. But it's not based on anything else. It's become the best in the world because that's the journey, and I can get to new locations and adventures because of that journey.
Yes.
It's not a reach there. It's if I have this North Star, I'll go to places I never would have gone unless I had this North Star.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, 100%. It's tricky, but it will. Stand-up taught me about myself and to accept myself and to completely go towards the weirdness and go. But there is that's the thing is the ego.
You're weird, dude?
Am I?
No, everyone does bits about frogs as an opener, bro.
Yeah, I got a whole bit.
Everyone does that, dude.
I could talk about frogs forever, my man.
I'm all day. I'm all in frogs, bro.
Yeah.
I'm all up in there.
But yeah, but I haven't been going out as hardcore as much. Are you doing a ton? It seems like you're everywhere these days.
I can't stop, bro. This is my life. I just love doing. I'm headlining more. I do at least 2 to 3 a day.
Nice.
Spot-wise. I just got to do it. It's my breathing a little bit. Trying to keep it healthy. But now, before I wasn't eating, bro. I was just kind of doing spots, 5 to 1 mics and spots, and I wasn't eating, and I was just a very unhealthy kid, man.
Yes.
Not eating right. And now I'm just you know what? If I'm aging 33 now, I'm like, okay, if I really want to keep this life where I love doing stand-up all the time, and I love going out, and this is truly still the thing that is the core of my purpose and love and just how I interact with the world, then I gotta have some ginger. You know what I'm saying? I gotta eat well, I gotta sleep well, so I can keep this going. And it's very important now, because your body it has to become your passion, I think, as you get older, or else you're gonna fucking atrophy.
Yeah, and the older you get, men,
but the rewards are so good. When you look good as an older man, dude.
Yeah. Whoa! I love my 50s.
People love you, dude.
Yeah. I love it. I love hanging in there. And I remember everybody doing coke in their 20s and shit. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just eat some ginger and do bong hits over here and listen to some deep dub reggae. Boom, boom. Yes. Let's see. If the beat's going? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, man.
I like it.
Yeah,
yes.
Cantrell.
Siddiquee. We are doing Usama.
Getting freaky in the leaky. Leaky on your cheeky. Oh shit. Getting freaky.
Ooh, it's getting freaky.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind that. We'll just do it with a hi-hat. Funk it out. Put some reverb. What you say? You like beats word? We do this all day long. It's nothing to sing a song. Ooh, la la. Cobb. Just doing our
job. Hey.
Hey.
I should have said, doing art, work.
But now, like, to go on to music and hip hop, like, and I'm not that, but even messing with the vocoder and the, like, the Travis Scott, are you up with these dudes? Like the new hip hop, like it seems like it's all like I listen to it and it's just like it's really
This
out
is why I know
there.
you're old, is that you think Travis Scott is new.
Yeah, I think Travis Scott.
But Travis Scott is like the twist for us right now.
Yeah, he's like you too. Who's
Like,
the
Buddy Holly and Travis Scott in the same place, buddy? No, he's the Travis Scotts.
But I mean the
new school rap?
the sound. Sound,
Well,
because
okay,
I
so-
remember when Gucci Man came in, I was like, okay, I understand trap. I'm understanding this. I even got into England, all that Dizzy Rascal shit,
I'm a huge grime guy. I love
grime shit. Like I understand that.
Look at chip plop plop.
Chips and
Chips and
fries.
dip and fries and
chips. Yeah. Hanging out.
I have a joke. I'm working on. Is that I don't love British rap because of socialism. You know, I can't trust the problems if you have free healthcare. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And British people have no guns, so even their gunshots and grime sound bad.
Yeah.
They're like, plop, plop, plop. I'm like, you don't have there's so much gun control for this to sound good.
Yes. That's the only thing that's the only time I cannot take English hip hop that serious because it's just not that hard.
It can't be hard. Dude.
You got fish and chips. Come on. You didn't get beat up like I got beat up, man. America, we might not be best, but we could do some hip hop. If you
100%.
want to do some hardcore,
Come on.
Yeah, protect your fucking neck.
What's up?
Shit gets real out here. Wu-Tang
you gotta
forever.
Protect your neck in Europe because they got your neck.
Yeah, the
government got your neck.
Got your neck. You can't protect your neck.
No, let's ban rap from socialist countries. Can you just do that? I can't believe you, dude. You're just too good. Your life is too good. Stop.
Yeah, stop. Is there a Bengali hip hop artist? Who's the number one? Do you know? Are you that well? Do you know that deep?
There is Bengali
because every
hip-hop.
country has an Eminem.
Right.
That's what I always trip out about.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's
And I
the-
bet they could spit.
Dude, Bengali hip hop is kind of coming up, but really where the interesting thing is Indian hip hop.
Yes.
So in Mumbai, they got this thing called Gully rap.
Nice.
And Gully raps, you know Bollywood, right? The whole
Yeah.
kind of like spectacle of Bollywood. These
Yeah.
guys are kind of against that concept of like the dances and all the, all that stuff. These are kind of like poor kids from poor slums, kind of like the same way New York started. And
The best art always comes from.
Of course, that would naturally have the analogous flavor of New York rap because what's shittier than a fucking Mumbai slum, right?
Yeah.
So this thing called Gully rap, and I'll send you some tracks. Divine's the guy who
Please.
does stuff. Divine's the main guy. The same thing with Divine. He worked with Nas, and there's this movie called Gully Boy that was huge in India a couple of years ago. All the rappers.
I remember- I have
made
heard
the
of that, yeah.
soundtrack for that. So the music is great, bro. You'll listen to like the guys and like, oh, this is fucking sick. Like they have their own style. The music is good, and like the beats are like you can feel the syllabic and multi-syllabic nature of the fucking rap, as you do when you're listening. It's good, and Hindi,
flows, yeah.
Hindi works well with rap. It's like the language is very strong and very powerful and very like lot of beautiful like melody to it. So it really works with rap. I highly recommend people check out Gully Rap. Just Google Gully Rap on YouTube. You'll fucking
Google
see
it
some
up. Yeah, smoke a joint, listen to it. It's got some funky beats. You'll get out there.
100%. I'm a big fan of like shit that comes up naturally. Just
Yes.
like there's a comedy thing like in India, right? When comedy first started, right? Stand-up comedy.
Yes.
It was kind of passé or gauche to not do it in English. Like if you weren't doing English comedy, they were seeing as low, right?
Yeah.
Expats. Stand-up is
Yeah.
in English forms. We're going to do comedy in English. Then naturally, but here's the thing: the funny Indian guys in India aren't thinking in English, so naturally this counter scene started of people doing Hindi comedy in their natural language. That is blown up, and these fucking amazing Hindi comics where they kill in their own language are now going off. They're getting millions of views on YouTube and stuff like that. I love that sort of grassroots, real shit of like, no, I'm gonna just do what I do, and that people are gonna come because it's my shit.
It's because of shit, yeah. Because with all art forms, and this is with violin as well, and in jazz, there becomes this point where it gets too intellectualized,
Oh, yeah.
and then you start looking down on, people rag on hip hop, and I rag on trap, and all this
Yeah.
stuff. But at the same time, it's young people's game, and the sounds are going to be created within what their reality is.
People are like, yo, Charlie Parker, man, no one better. And fine, okay, he's the best ever, right? Would get head in a taxi cab, Miles Davis saw, great, okay.
Yeah.
But who do I love? I love Gillespie. Because Gillespie was a people person.
Yes.
He was amazing what he did. He could do bebop all day. But he was like, what kind of music do my people like? What do I like to do? How can I connect with people? So he made really good big band music. He made really good jazz. He was just the man. I thought that's the kind of comedy I want to do. Like, yeah, it's me, but I also want to give y'all some stuff that I like. Like, let's all connect in the middle.
No, I see your act. No, you've been on Colbert, but then what I also thought, like, your Indian background and your heritage and your family and your Bengali history, you're honest. You're completely honest about it, and you're making it funny and cool.
Thank you.
And making it cool. And my favorite comic when I first started, and still is to this day, is a Sikh. Arj Barker. I don't know.
Oh, I know Arj Barker.
The funny people sleep on Arj Barker.
He's an Indian guy because I knew all the Bengali.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All Indian dudes know. And
know it. So when I was
he's
starting
real.
out,
Like Arj is like up there with Attell in terms of
nobody knows Arj.
Nobody. He's
But
so fucking
as a
funny.
brown guy growing up, I was like, Arj is Indian. This guy fucking rocks. Arj Barker. I don't know what the Barker's for, but damn.
Yeah.
What's happening here? He's doing touring and shit.
Yeah,
like,
he's in Australia. He's a huge star. He started touring over there, and he was big, and then he got Flight of the Conchords, and he lived over here, and we would freestyle. We would get together and get high and freestyle and hang out with Arj.
You're a good friend of Arj, man.
Yeah, Arj is, and the thing that was cool about Arj, and the same with your vibe, he was positive. Like, so many comics are just so fucking negative, and I just can't, after a while, it's just like, I'll just blank out on it. Just black out on the negativity.
They really are. And you know what?
And I'll just go, and I just can't deal. But Arj was like, kind of this weird Sikh dude that had this cool angle, was also funky, and I was like, oh yeah, this shit is great right now.
The realness people, you know what I'm saying, who like, people get, because you got this new Indian kind of crop of kids coming up right now that are very like white gazed up, they're very under the wing of American cultures. How can I give you stuff that Americans would like, as opposed to what's your shit,
Yeah.
Give me your stanky food, baby. Give me the shit that's like, that got a little stank to it. Give me the blue cheese version,
Yeah, if you go to North Carolina, you got to get the vinegar.
You got the vinegar.
You got to get the vinegar barbecue. You got to get
sweetness.
No
I don't
sweetness.
like, by the way. I don't love it. But, I
but
love
you gotta
that you're being real.
You got to be real, and it's different, and it's funky.
It's mad funky, dude.
I like things that are different.
Absolutely.
I get bored.
And
the thing about a crowd, the best comedy crowd is a diverse crowd.
Absolutely.
And if it's all one thing, it's cool.
Well, because
you can swim in it. I get it. But at the same time, when it's on and there's a level of intellect, it's just it's a different vibe.
Well, I think diversity, when you're around it, your body becomes more smart just on a natural level. It's like it understands that there's different types of people, so your body is almost like naturally like on a vibe level, like raising. When you become too mobbed up, we all get dumber, right?
Yeah.
You become like an English soccer crowd. You know those videos? Guys in tracksuits, pull up, throwing fire and shit. No, plop, 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 chicken, plop, plop, plop.
Because they lost the game. Yeah, they burned down the pharmacy. Yeah.
They lost the game, so they're going to burn down the pharmacy, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you're right. When it's one type of demographic, our brain starts to be like, well, I can just turn off now because I cannot think.
Yeah.
I just think there's a natural thing our brain does when we have, like, I see a Chinese guy, an Asian guy, a Korean guy.
You have to open your heart more.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You have to, when you're around different people, you have to be completely open-hearted because you're not used to what they're kicking, so you just have to be like, yo, man, everything's the same.
Bro.
That's the gig.
I mean, bro, it really is, bro. Like
it is, 100%.
There's one reel that I love, IG reel. It's like this, like, all the cultures, moms are showing what sandal they hit their kids with. Yeah. And they're different, beautiful sandals, and there's different ornate embroidery. I'm like, different, but the same.
Yeah, I'm from the South, and I mean, my dad was from the South. My grandfather was a coal miner, a child working coal miner.
Damn.
Yeah, this is a town of 500. My dad hit me like they got the belt. Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm old school American. Yeah, I'm old school American.
Was the one. My dad's a nice like scholar guy.
Yeah.
My mom was a fucking coal miner vibe,
Yeah. You said you talk about it on your. You have a great Instagram, and you go live, and you talk honestly about your upbringing and how hardcore Indian culture is or Bengali culture is, and just that old school of beating your kid, not beating your kid.
Come on, dude.
It's good not to beat your kid.
I would never.
I went through it. I think that's it. It gives you this. It gives you fight or flight. I've always had fight or flight my whole life.
A lot of people will be like, "No, it's good." I don't think beating your kid is good in any way possible.
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, okay, fine. There's positive things that happen, I guess. But that's like saying like, you know, it's good that we killed this village, so it made room for a mall, and the mall's nice, you know, like, like, dude, like, you know, it's hurting somebody, especially one that
childhood is so fragile that it can just like once you start shaking up the fucking egg a little bit, it's it can go wrong.
Yeah. What a euphemism for trauma. My egg got a little shook up.
I got a little shook.
Scrambled, not poached.
Got cracked, but we hard boiled the side. It's looking good. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Humanity.
I would never touch in a negative way my kid.
Yeah.
Unless it was mouthing off.
Do you want kids in marriage, or you're young single? I was either or. I'm like honest with people. Like, and if you ever want to talk to somebody, I was like 38, and you know, at the time I wanted to be single.
Yeah. You never got married? Never got married?
No, I'm married to have a kid.
Right now you do?
I do.
Oh, I didn't even...
So yeah, it was like 38 is when I got married.
Oh yeah, I know this. Okay, then you were late.
Yeah. I'm just saying I went through my 30s, and I don't bum out on people not having kids. I guess I understand both sides.
Sure. I love seeing. I know how you did it. You were like eating fries, and then you were like, "Yeah, I think I'll get married." It was like out of nowhere, and then you just did it. Within a week, probably.
No. I went out there, and there was a lot of freaky chicks, and then I met one good chick, and I was like, "Yo, I gotta hold this down."
Man. Chicks are freaky.
Yeah, dudes are freaky, chicks are freaky.
No, absolutely.
And everybody's freaky. But you know, if you do find one that you can chill with, it's hard to find.
What's your wife? I never met your wife. What's she up to?
She's out there. She's very professional, not a comedian. Okay. No comedy. I met her in college. Beautiful. Shout out to Ann. I don't talk about my family much on the podcast. But she works at FIT and runs a small business.
Yeah, amazing. FIT, so which means she's fashionable.
Yeah, fashionable, classy, cool chick, artistic, business-minded. Okay, dude. We got one kid. We're doing the thing.
How's the kid? Kid's
great.
Do it. He does bits about toads.
Yeah. I don't try not to talk about my kid too much on the Cannabis Coffee Hour.
No worries.
But I'm just saying that you could do it either way. As life goes on, as a comedian, you could do it family, or as an artist, or not have it, and it's cool.
Yeah, I'm not pressured. I always look at the body. What's the body telling me?
Yeah.
Like truly, not on some gratification shit. What's the deeper body telling me? So it's like the needs, right? We were up and we're like, fuck, lick, come, live,
warm, soft, nice,
jizz, shit. Yeah. All that's there, right?
Yeah.
But what's the deeper sense telling me? And I have to sit down sometimes and be like, okay, really talk to the body and be like, do I want this? Is this really what I want? Truly, this is what I want. In my core of cores, do I want this girl? Do I want to be with her? Do I think this is not good? Do I really want stand-up? I did shrooms for the first time to know if I should move to New York to do stand-up. I was like, I need to go deeper into the core because I'm going to leave med school, so let's fucking really be sure about this. So I did shrooms with this ex of mine, and we just kind of were on shrooms on a bed, and I just all crystallized, like, if I don't go to comedy in New York, it will be the biggest folly of my entire life. And to this day, every passing day since that decision, I've been more and more congruent with who I am inside, and it's been the most rewarding thing on the planet.
I started stand-up at 27, and it was a calling. Like, it just, like, called in my soul, and I didn't want to do it. Osama, I knew how hard it was. I respected it. I was a comedy nerd from the beginning.
Right.
And, I watched Saturday Night Live. I know all the stand-ups. Eddie Murphy. I saw Delirious all day, the first thing that blew my mind. And I always say this to people was like, the reason I didn't get into it early, I knew how hard it was. And then I got into it, guess what? It was 10 times harder than I thought.
It's the hardest thing ever.
It's the hardest thing ever.
When you're a kid,
you went to med school. You know the hardest.
Bro. To dissuade people from doing stand-up, we need to release albums that are just like, live at the open mic. New York Comedy Club, 5 p.m.
Yeah.
That's what we need because all the kids, as a comedy fan, all we listened to were the theater specials and the specials, and we're like, whoa, comedy's like this.
Yeah. Millions of dollars. No.
Comedy is not a leather jacket walking around doing gay impressions of Mr. T and everyone's exploding. That's not it.
That's not it.
It is years of the worst shit on planet Earth, but I loved it.
Loved it, and nothing like rocking a crowd and doing
baby.
jokes. And you can check out, we got to get out of here. Shapeshifter Lab, shout out to Matt Garrison for being cool. Shout out to Usama Siddiquee for being cool, for coming through. Tell the good people where they can find you on the internet.
At Usama Stands Up, USAMA Stands Up. Just do a lot of stuff there. Follow my podcast, Mango Bay, with my boy Pranav. It's a good time.
Awesome. All right, that's it. That's the end of the show. Peace and love, everybody. Yoni, thank you very much.
Always, dude.
All right. Usama, thank you. Peace. That's it. Yeah, it was fun, man. Thank you.
We had the same ADHD like going into 90 different
Yeah.
So good.
We've never slowed down.